where Jamaica now have 3 women, Shericka Jackson, Elaine Thompson, and Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce, who on any given day, either one can be the next Olympic champion. So we're going to talk about that because I am excited about what I see. And I'm sure many of you are sitting home and you're thinking about Shericka Jackson, whether she can win. But I'm just going to give you my assessment of the whole thing because I too am looking towards the 29th, which is the 30th on our side of town. And I'm going to tell you what I think may happen. I won't make a prediction because, as I said before, on any given day, any one of those ladies, if they're having a good day, that they can win. So let's start with Shericka Jackson. And one of the things I find with Shericka is that she reminds me of Usain Bolt when he started running the 100 meters. It was new to him. He was excited about it. He did not fully know what to believe, but he just knew that he was running fast. So the newness to the event for Shericka Jackson is a good thing because she herself don't even know what to expect. All she knows is that she's running fast. One of the things I like about her right now is that she's highly motivated, which means that she has something to look forward to. And as I said before, she is part of a camp, the MVP group, and the MVP group seem to know how to win. One of the things I like with Shericka is that she has a strong mind. You can see in her attitude, in the way how she executes her race. You can tell that she believes so much in her system, in what she is doing, that she's encouraging us to also believe in her. So let me hear your thoughts about Shericka Jackson. Now, I have to go into some of the other little things with Shericka. I think that because she's new to the event, she's not executing each phase of her race with precision. It's obvious that she has the background strength coming from the 400 meters, which will give her that level of endurance to keep coming on at the end of the race. But she cannot just rely on her background strength. It might be a strength for her right now. But one of the things you will find with 100-meter runners is that if they don't get some aspect of the advantage in the first phase of the race, that it might be race over, game over. And at the end of the day, because at the latter part of the race is her strength, she don't want to focus a whole deal on the first part of the race because it may take a little bit away from the latter stage of the race. So I know that she's in good hands. I know that the people around her will guide her along the way. I can tell you this, that the 100-meter for woman too, it's one of those races where it comes with a lot of expectations. It comes with a lot of notoriety. So because Shericka is new to the event too, it is important that she remains humble and focused. Don't think about the end of the race before the beginning of the race, Miss Shericka, because it may take away from your performance. We believe in you. The Jamaican fan base is cheering for you. They believe that you are capable to be the next 100-meter champion. They don't want to say it outright. No one really wants to say it because, again, it too can come with a lot of pressure. But we believe in you, Miss Jackson. We think you just need to continue to do what you do, and we will be tuning in to the outcome. If you have any thoughts, let me hear your thoughts in the comment section. I also want to talk a little bit about Elaine, because Elaine is the reigning Olympic champion. And many of us believe that she can repeat. And some of us still believe that with what's going on now, whether or not she is capable to outperform her two MVP, so to speak, because I know deep down Shelley do consider herself some aspect of an MVP, which means that because they were so close, they know a lot about each other. But let's talk about Elaine. Do you think Elaine can be victorious? Do you think she has what it takes to defend her championship successfully? The good thing about Elaine is, I like the fact that throughout the season, no one hear anything at all about her ankle or Achilles problem. So it means that she is in good health. One of the things I had said earlier, that if her management team select her races properly, then that won't put a lot of wear and tear on her body, especially on the injury. And so far, so good. She went overseas and she has been performing well. She looked a little bit tired a lot of race, but you could see that there's a certain level of confidence that she displays. You can see that, she's looking forward to this. Now, I can tell you this, even in my time, I knew I had to be there, but I can't honestly say that I was looking forward for my race. It was just something that I just had to do, because sometimes it can be stressful, and I will cover that. But I too believe, as I said before, any one of these ladies can win. When you look at Elaine has been doing great. She won her last two races. And one of the things that I like so far with Elaine is, and most, the average person may not know this, but if you look on the way she executes her last few races, you will see that she's onto something. During the championship, she was not consistent in executing her race. And even though her coach said that she was in the best shape of her life and she looked fit, but she started to look a little bit drained at the latter part of the race. And one of the things we saw is that her strongest point in the race became her weakest point. I am not sure what is going on. So that is something that they would need to iron out and polish out to make sure that she don't give up too much of her strength. So one of the things I've witnessed with her last two races for this season so far is that she has been hitting her phases in the race. She's executing perfectly. She made 1071 look easy. And that is a good sign, because it is telling me that she is ready to go. Now, we have 2 weeks to go. A whole lot of things can happen. But so far, so good. She is on point. Now, I made some calls earlier and I got some insights and some information. And it seemed like most of the people who are Elaine Thompson fan, is that they are saying that they somewhat worry about her mental strength, because they say that from 2016 to now, she has not been consistent. And I'm saying that to say that is something that we need to look at too. Will she crack under pressure? She's showing perfect fitness. But as I said before, the average man would not know what it feels like to be in front of millions of people and you have to perform and you're nervous to the point that you can't remember anything. I've been there. And one of the hardest things for me to do was to focus, because sometimes I started to think about the expectations. I started to think about what my coach believe. I started to think about, what if I lose this race? How will I cope? A whole lot of different thoughts kept on going through my mind. So this is one of the main concerns that people are having. Will Elaine overcome that mental issue? Mental in terms of, can she get back to 2016 form? You as a spectator, you can say what you think. I am open to your discussion. But as I said before, the right frame of mind is necessary, especially when it comes to an Olympic Games. You need someone in your corner that you can talk to. I remember years ago, I got lane 8 in the Olympic Games. And fortunately for me, my mind was at its strength. And one of the things I had to do was rely on my ability to focus. And I'm hoping that Elaine is able to focus to the point where she is able to overcome any negative thoughts that may affect her. I'm going to make one last statement. I'm going to talk a little bit about Shelly, because I know a lot of Shelly fans are here. And then I'm going to open this up for question and answers, because I know that you have some thoughts that you want to share. And I enjoy this aspect of my interaction because I like to hear your voice. So let us look at Shelly. Shelly is the current world champion, and she is 2 times Olympic champion. And she knew or knows that this might be her last Olympics. And she's trying to seal up her legacy, because she may never get another chance to do this again. And she is aware that the other young ladies, not just those from Jamaica, but you have the US, you have Nigeria, and you have a few others who believe that they too can be the next Olympic champion. And I know that a lot of upset is going to take place if athletes are not focused. One of the biggest mistakes they can make is to think about the outcome before the race actually ran. So let us look at Shelly. Shelly has been fit. Shelly seems confident. One of the things I find with Shelly is that she is able to tune out every necessary distraction that interferes with her ability to execute. And I can tell you that these things only come once in a lifetime. The strongest part of Shelly's talent is her ability to think and her ability to block out distractions. One of the things I see with Shelly over the years is that she has been running a consistent race from start to finish. She is aware of her strengths in the race, and she too was aware of her weakness. And what she tried to do is to balance out her weaknesses and her strength to make her complete. 1070 can win this Olympic championship. But I'm sure that if someone can go under 1070, they will be the next Olympic champion. Elaine recently ran 1071, and she looked impressive. And I can tell you that Shelly is looking for this opportunity to be crowned one of the greatest 100-meter runners of all times. And she is going to do this, or attempt to do this, and she is not going to lose focus. If you have any question, I'm open. We are going to go into an interactive state. I want to hear what you have to share. I want to hear what is on your mind. So feel free. If you have any question, I will take them. Any question you have, I'll take them. Thank you, George. If you have any question, I will take the question in the comment section. So who do you guys think have the best chance to be the next Olympic champion in the 100 meters? Let me hear your thoughts in the comment section.